This is Cruising with Ted. Today we'll be covering an insider's look at Regent Seven Seas Cruises. And our hosts today are Nicole Castillo, Director of Sales and Marketing at Regent Seven Seas, and I am Cruising with Ted, Ted Krabowski. Go ahead, Nicole, and take it away.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. So much for joining us today. A special thank you, of course, to Ted for giving me the opportunity to chat with all of you and provide some exciting updates on Regent Seven Seas Cruises. To all our past passengers tuning in, on behalf of our entire Regent family, we truly appreciate your loyalty and your support. And if you haven't sailed with us yet, we can't wait to welcome you on board soon. I've got a few exciting things to share with you about what's new at Regent Seven Seas Cruises. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with our updated fare structure. As of July 1st, so fairly recently, we made some changes to give our guests more flexibility and to make our pricing simpler and, quite frankly, more transparent. So as of July 1st, we're offering two all-inclusive fare options, which are listed here on the screen. First up, we have our all-inclusive cruise fare package. And under this package, it includes everything you expect from a Regent cruise. Free shore excursions, free specialty dining, free Wi-Fi. All of those onboard inclusions are still, that you all know and love, are still going to be part of this all-inclusive cruise fare package. You can choose our ultimate all-inclusive cruise fare our ultimate all-inclusive fare package, which gives you the same great experience, but also includes round-trip flights and transfers. So basically the key difference is that one is a cruise-only experience, while the other, being the ultimate, adds those flights and transfer extras to make it even more seamless. In addition, we added an extra value add layer, which we partnered up with Black Lane. And this is a private transfer organization that when you book under our ultimate all-inclusive package, we are also going to give you a $250 per person up to $500 per suite Black Lane credit that you can use for private transfers. What's wonderful about these transfers is that you can use them, for example, from your home to the airport or from the airport back to your home, as private transfers, as long as it's within a 100-mile radius. So the value of that $250 per person can get you, for example, an SUV with up to 5 pieces of luggage. You don't necessarily have to utilize those vouchers for private transfers to and from the airport. You can actually use those private transfers throughout the duration of the cruise as well, as long as Black Lane operates in the particular ports that you are visiting. It's a very exciting time, I should say, for our brand with the recent introduction of the Seven Seas Grandeur, which has received raving reviews from guests that have sailed on her. Coming off of the heels of the Grandeur launch, we announced recently that we are introducing a 7th ship to our fleet, the Seven Seas Prestige. As a matter of fact, a few weeks ago on October 22nd, we had the steel cutting ceremony for Seven Seas Prestige. The ceremony took place at the Fincantieri shipyard in Venice, Italy. And the steel cutting ceremony is important because it signifies that after years of planning, the construction of the ship is finally underway. So the Seven Seas Prestige will truly transcend luxury and will be the first ship in a completely new class of ships for our brand. So very exciting. And we also announced that a sister ship to the Prestige is scheduled to be delivered in 2029. So the information that we have on the Seven Seas Prestige right now is that it will be about 77,000 tons. So to put it into perspective, if you compare it to our Explorer class ships, which is about 55,000 tons, it is going to be 20,000 tons larger than the Explorer class ships, and it will accommodate no more than 850 guests versus the Explorer class ships accommodating no more than 750 guests. So again, staying true to us having one of the best guest to space ratios in the industry, the Seven Seas Prestige will be no different. So she is scheduled to set sail in December of 2026 with itineraries and reservations opening as soon as this upcoming spring. So as we get closer to the spring, be on the lookout because we'll give more information on what else will be on board the Seven Seas Prestige that's different than our existing ships. And of course, we'll release itineraries and pricing, as I mentioned, as soon as this spring. Another exciting news, we introduced recently our immersive overnight itineraries. These voyages really are designed to provide more in-depth extended stays in select destinations, allowing you, of course, to explore each port more thoroughly and enjoy overnight or even multi-night stays at key locations. So it really enables our guests to discover both the daytime and nighttime allure of a particular city, enhancing basically your overall experience with us. So I like to give the example in Rome, if you go to the Colosseum during the day or the Fountain of Trevi during the day, it's a completely different experience going to those landmarks in the evening. So we really wanted to offer those experiences to our guests. So I wanted to just quickly highlight some of our immersive overnight itineraries. The one on the screen is as soon as next April. It's on board the Seven Seas Splendor, April 20th of next year. And it is a 10-night Barcelona to Athens itinerary, overnighting in Monte Carlo, 2 nights in Salerno, 1 night in Ephesus, and 1 night in Athens. And again, all of these itineraries, all of the ports you're visiting, you will be overnighting at least once. So shifting over to Northern Europe next June 27th on board the Seven Seas Navigator, you will be overnighting in Copenhagen, 2 nights, 3 full days in Berlin, 1 night in Helsinki, 2 nights in Stockholm. And then these are just itineraries that are part of the immersive overnights that we released over recently for our new collection launch. So these are further out. These are into 2026 and 2027. But as you see, we have our June 16th, 2026 on the Voyager, where you're going to be overnighting in places like Trieste, Dubrovnik, Crete, Athens, and Istanbul. And then again, shifting over to some Northern Europe itineraries, you have the Rome to London on board the Seven Seas Grandeur, May 24th of 2026. It's a 13-night where you're going to be overnighting in places like Barcelona, Monte Carlo, Paris, and London. So these itineraries, if you're interested in more information, be sure that you reach out to Ted and his team so they can provide more details as far as what these itineraries entail and what evening shore excursions are going to be offered for each designated itinerary that you're interested in. On today's call, we have many sailings in which we are offering reduced single supplements as low as 0%. So again, make sure you reach out to Ted and his team to get you more details or a list of sailings in which we are offering the reduced single supplement. So this is just a snapshot at what's happening at Regent Seven Seas Cruises. We're thrilled with these new developments. I hope that you are too. Thank you again so much, everyone, for joining us today.
Nicole, there were some comments. Do you have time to do some of those?
Thank you, Miss Linhart, for your loyalty.
Yeah, you can see them there, right?
Yeah, I'm reading through the chat. I'm just seeing.
She's going to Bangkok to Dubai on the Voyager. What might she expect there?
Very exciting. Well, Asia's a beautiful itinerary, and I know that it truly is an immersive experience that you will have. Hopefully, you have your shore excursion books and your specialty dining if they've opened up already. And then I see that, let's see, I wish we were going on one of the newer ships. So the Voyager is still a lovely ship. So, if the culinary experience, the inclusions, the personalized service, you're still going to receive that on board the Voyager. You're going to have a fantastic time. And I know that the destination is probably the #1 reason that you selected that itinerary. And Ronald, I see that you're booked in November of next year and asking about the veteran shipboard credit. So if you book through Ted and his team or another travel advisor, just make sure that you reach out to them so they can contact our reservations team to see if that booking would qualify for a retro. So typically, if the price is the same and the category that you booked is still available, we can go ahead and retro the offer. However, if you have a better pricing or additional promotions, it might be worth it to remain as is, but that's something that your travel advisor can assist you with in doing the comparison. All right.
So, what am I looking for here? Oh, you don't use these?
We do use that, yes.
What do you use binoculars for?
The binoculars, we use them in order to identify any, we call them targets, meaning any ship that crossing our bow, coming close to us. And all the time, we have people on board the bridge 24/7 that we need to monitor. And
okay.
look out.